I am encouraged that there is a new class of Alzheimer's treatments. It's giving families some hope that they may have more quality time with their loved ones before the disease takes hold.
I am a very strong supporter of accelerated approval for these very exciting new drugs for Alzheimer's.
And the next step is making sure that patients have the critical and urgent treatments that they need.
Alzheimer's folks were in yesterday, and they were eager to have Medicare approve lecanemab and aducanumab for early onset Alzheimer's.
It is with great disappointment that the CMS is blocking and acting as a roadblock for patient access to drugs that could be very helpful to these patients, particularly in the early stages of this devastating disease.
My constituent, Phil Guttis, was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's 7 years ago. He received his diagnosis as part of a clinical trial for aducanumab, a drug, and has been on this drug for almost, I'd say probably the last 7 years or so. Because of the discriminatory and unprecedented decision by CMS not to cover this drug and FDA-approved drugs like it, he will be faced with either wiping out his retirement savings to pay for the drug on his own outside of Medicare or go without treatment altogether.
What do you expect me to tell my constituents about not having access to care?
How is it possible for CMS to prejudge an entire class of drugs as not being reasonable and necessary for seniors, after the FDA approves these very drugs to treat as safe and effective for Medicare patients with Alzheimer's?
I think there is a huge disconnect when the FDA can approve a drug and that CMS will not cover that drug.
I restrict one medicine which has such huge impact on so many American patients and citizens, families who care for individuals with Alzheimer's. Why exclude this one specific disease?
We are going to continue to press you on this because when we finally get these breakthrough drugs, we must make them available to the people that are depending upon these drugs to give them hope.